everybody's been waiting on. Silent Cry of Society. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you like it and everything like that. I believe that mental institutions are walking around in the flesh, because colleges and universities are no longer the only ones giving tests. HIV and AIDS is constantly putting souls to rest, while so many have given up on the idea of doing their best, all because no one is listening to the silent cries of society. While drugs and alcohol have become priority, ignorance is bliss and hatred is available in abundance. People are too proud to say that Jesus died for you and me. Parents have settled into conformity. Audiences worldwide have began to think that reality TV is reality. And yet no one hears the silent cries of society. I ask myself, why are we ignoring, no longer reading because it's considered boring, laugh at the woman who has no hair because of breast cancer and chemotherapy, judging him and her based on their sexualities, walking aimlessly through a country without one clue about our own nationality? What has happened to the true leaders who rebelled against that which was morally and ethically unjust? What has happened to those who know the truth about the cost of this so-called freedom, those who crossed the Red Sea in search of our Father's kingdom, those who didn't seek approval of others, those who laughed in the face of pride seekers, those who did what was right because it was right and not because they wanted to become a crowd pleaser? What has happened to those women who had kids because she wanted to raise gifted and grounded individuals, not the women who have children by mistake because they were raised to believe that their bodies were meant to be shared with every Tom, Dick, and Harry that sexually pleased her, even if the man she laid down with didn't mentally, spiritually, and emotionally please her? Freeze. Listen, can't you feel her hurt? The silent cry of society. Sometimes my peers and my coworkers look at me and wonder how it is I see what I see and how it is I hear what I hear, and I can't begin to tell you how many times I've been asked to tell my story as to what pushes me to spit, and all I know is the fact that poverty tried to test me, but I passed it. I write about truth, so in my rhymes you find passion. If I died right now today through my words left behind, I'd still live, and because God resides in me, of my last breath I'd still give poetry that flows. Cut off my fingers and I make symbols with my wrists and write with my toes. Cause as ignorant as I can be, my ears still hear, the mind still knows the silent cry of society. Like the results of bullying that have left those who dare to be themselves a suicide tragedy. Like how each and every one of us were trained to pledge allegiance to a country where freedom was never free. Yeah, France gave us that statue, but we still fighting for our liberty. Tuition costs at an all-time high. Children die before parents, and no one is in the home teaching the results of hard work, so why try? We become deaf to everyone's needs but our own, so I'm not surprised that we can't hear society's silent cry. Like how little sisters run away with teenage boys in search of love until he beats her unborn seed out of her and back home she runs. Well, left alone and singled out for making a mistake, Big Brother tries to come to her rescue, but it's all too late, cause she's been dealt a mighty blow, been teased, abused, and labeled a hoe, and dad's no help cause he don't even know how to be a father or a friend. We have homeless souls in search of a meal, and let's not forget those who are still suffering in Haiti crying out, is this the end? While America is too concerned with who is and ain't a Facebook friend. I'm just saying. You feel me? How about in our idle time we donate to our local food pantry, get hooked on homework with those trying to learn how to read, stop encouraging the idea that the best stress reliever is alcohol and weed, hand over to God our every need, and open our ears to the silent cries of society.